Finance Fables, made-up stories, real money lessons, certified slop-free AI.
Frank never expected to be rich. He expected back pain, microwave dinners, and maybe a secondhand boat if life got generous. But then, on a boring Tuesday afternoon, while wearing a mustard-stained hoodie, Frank scratched off a lottery ticket and won $30 million. He did what anyone would do, screamed, fainted, and called his mom, who immediately asked if she could get her hip replaced and a jacuzzi. Frank agreed to both. Within 48 hours, Frank was a millionaire with a brand new life plan. Do nothing and let the money work for him. That was his mantra now, let the money work for me. He even said it to his Uber driver, who just wanted to know if he preferred Spotify or silence. Frank moved into a mansion with more bathrooms than friends. He bought a Lamborghini he didn't know how to drive, and hired a life coach named Blade, who insisted Frank begin each morning by journaling with intention and eating tiger nuts. He paid $20,000 to attend a wealth seminar where a man in a velvet blazer told him to
visualize abundance until your bank account believes it.
Frank clapped. He felt seen, enlightened, invincible. The spending escalated. One day, Frank paid $2,800 for a golden toaster because some influencer called it an essential vibration upgrade. He invested $200,000 into a cryptocurrency created by a guy named CryptoWolf77, who lived in a van. Meanwhile, Frank's accountant, Dave, a man who wore beige sweaters and blinked slowly, warned him about taxes, budgets, and something horrifying called reality. But Frank didn't listen. He had money. Dave had khakis. Then came the entourage. His old friends started calling him boss. People he'd never met claimed to be his cousins. One guy said he was Frank's spiritual twin from a past life and needed $10,000 for karmic debt realignment. Frank sent it, twice. Frank wore robes everywhere. Not the fancy kind, wizard robes. Because when you're rich, no one tells you robes are weird. They just assume you're eccentric or enlightened or maybe auditioning for a reboot of Harry Potter, the midlife crisis. By year 3, things started to wobble. The Crypto Wolf coin disappeared overnight. The mansion had a leak. So did the Lambo. Blade vanished to Bali with a yoga influencer named Aspen. Frank was left with tiger nuts, a $17,000 espresso machine, and a golden toaster that made bread taste like regret. He tried to rent out his mansion to influencers, but one of them accidentally set the home theater on fire during a fire dance reel. Dave the accountant finally snapped and mailed Frank a 92-page breakdown titled, "The End is Near." The cover was just a picture of Frank crying next to a flaming ATM. And then came the final blow, taxes. Apparently winning the lottery comes with this little thing called responsibility. Who knew? Within 5 years, Frank was broke. Not sell a few things broke. Broke. As in, selling his wizard robes on eBay under the name Gold Toaster Guy 42. He moved in with his cousin Rick, who worked at Costco, and told Frank daily,
"You should have just bought index funds, man."
Now Frank works at a bait shop. He makes $14 an hour and eats tuna from a can. But the time when the sun hit just right and the toaster finally sold for $12, he smiled. He turns to a customer and says,
"If I ever win the lottery again, I'm hiring Dave, buying a house I can vacuum myself, and spending every dollar like it's the last one I'll ever have.
Then he pauses.
And this time, I'll invest smart, live small, and keep my wizard robes strictly for Sunday brunch. Because nothing says financial recovery like Eggs Benedict and full sorcerer drip."
Wealth makes you more of who you already are. Fix your habits before your bank balance. Sudden money is dangerous when you lack financial literacy. If your lifestyle grows faster than your income, you're heading for a cliff. Wealth isn't what you earn, it's what you keep. Real wealth isn't just money, it's peace of mind too. The moral of the story: if you don't know how to manage a little money, you won't know how to manage a lot of it either. You made it through that? Impressive. Click to watch the series right there and subscribe for weekly stories. Unless you're allergic to financial growth.